How's it going, everybody? My name's Clay with Hypertrain Productions. I'm part of the Minecraft PC team with Chris Miles, as well as the business and news team with Chris Culpepper. Going to run through a tutorial today talking about how we're going to be screen capturing on PC, primarily for Minecraft right now and for other PC games down the road. Things you're going to need today. You're going to need OBS multi-platform. I'll have a link to that beside me, as well as some information in the description box below. You're also going to need VB virtual audio cable. Again, put a link beside me, information in the description box below. Finally, you're going to need Voicemeeter. Again, link beside me, more information in the text box below. So running back through, you're going to need OBS multi-platform, VB virtual audio cable, and Voicemeeter. So what this will allow us to do is to have multi-track audio in our game recordings. That means, your game audio and your mic audio will be separated, and it'll keep chat, like what we're going to be using on Discord, from getting into any of the game audio. It'll make it easier for editors to put things together, and it'll make things sound a lot better and a lot more professional. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so first things first, you're going to want to go ahead and download all the softwares I told you about. I already have them queued up in Chrome. So you're going to want to download OBS multi-platform. Make sure to download it for your appropriate platform. After that, you're going to want to go ahead and download VB virtual audio cable. So this is the site. You'll scroll down till about right here. Hit download. It'll download as a zip file. We'll worry about that in a minute. And then you're going to go over to Voicemeeter, the link I gave you. Scroll down, same just like the audio cable. You're right down here in this area. You want to download the zip package. You do not want to download the exe file. Make sure you download this one right here, okay? Once you've downloaded them, go ahead and go to your downloads. First things first, we're going to go ahead and unzip VB cable. I just go ahead and extract it to right here. Do the same thing with Voicemeeter. Okay, you'll have both those folders here. Go ahead and install OBS multi-platform in first. Make sure you hit yes and everything. I'm not going to go through it because I've already installed it. It might mention something, I think, about restarting your computer, but don't worry about that. We'll have to do that in a minute anyway. Once you've installed OBS, go ahead and do VB cable. So folder's got quite a few things in it. Run all the way down to where it says x64. This is the 64-bit version setup. This is what we need you to run. Right-click. You need to run it as an administrator. Hit yes. Instead of saying remove driver like what it does right here, it'll say install driver. So hit install, run through it. It'll say something about restarting the computer. Again, don't worry about that. We're going to have to do that in a minute anyway. Now with Voicemeeter, it's the same thing as the audio cable. You need to run it as an administrator. You're going to want to hit yes. Okay, for some reason it's making my screen go blank whenever I do run as administrator, so I apologize. But make sure you right-click run as administrator, hit yes. And again, instead of saying remove right here, it will say install it. And now, once you've done all of that, go ahead and restart your computer. So mark wherever you are in the video right now and come back to that. And from here, we're going to go ahead and move on and just make our shortcuts and everything. First thing first, I'm on Windows 8, but wherever you need to search for wherever you be the file, OBS, you need to be using the 64-bit version. If you search OBS multi-platform, it'll show you the two versions. Go ahead and make a shortcut for the 64-bit version. Don't want to be running 32. Next thing, same thing, go ahead and make a shortcut for Voicemeeter. Put it on your taskbar, put it on your desktop, put it in your start menu, whichever. We're going to go ahead and open Voicemeeter. Mine's already set up, so this is what yours should look like if you want to take a minute to look at it or take a minute after we've walked through. I want to go ahead and walk through the way it needs to be set up. Just under channel 1, you're going to want to have WDM cable output, VB audio virtual cable selected. Down on the channel strip, you're going to want it to have channel A selected and channel B deselected. Leave it at 0 decibels. Don't worry about any of those settings. Under channel 2, nothing needs to be selected. Go ahead and deselect both channel options on the fader strip and bring it down to -infinity. We don't want anything on that channel, no risk of anything coming through. Now for your virtual input, you want channel A and B selected on the channel strip. Leave it at that. Everything else is good. All right. Now for your hardware output under A1 and A2, make sure you select MME speaker HP. Yours might say something else, but whatever your default audio driver is for your speakers and your headphones is what needs to be selected under MME. So same thing under A2. Select the same thing. Awesome. All right. Both fader levels should be at 0 decibels. Voice meter is now set up. Go ahead and minimize out of that. The next thing we're going to want to set up is Discord. So under Discord, over by your user, click on user settings. Then under voice, go over here to output device. Make sure cable input VB audio virtual cable is selected and hit done. Go ahead and minimize out of Discord. So once you've done that, we're going to go ahead and set up OBS and get it ready for recording. I already have some scenes. You only have one scene over here. You name it whatever you want. You're going to want to add a source. You're going to want to do game capture. You name it whatever you want. I'm just going to leave name game capture 1. Uncheck box for capture any full screen application. Under your window, you want to have Minecraft running, by the way. You're going to want to select Java.exe, Minecraft, whatever version you have. Hit that. You can leave capture cursor selected. You can deselect it. I leave it selected. Most people do, but do whatever you want. It's totally fine. Hit OK. So your game capture set up. Next thing I need you to do is set up your audio input capture. Name it whatever you want. Again, and under the device, I want you to select voice meter output and hit OK. Go ahead and close out of Minecraft because we're going to need to open it again, and it's going to need to be using some different settings. The next thing I want you to do is go over to the settings button over here. Click that. And go down to the video tab. Under the video tab, this is how your settings should look. Your renderer should be Direct3D something or DirectX. Most people are going to have Direct3D 11 right now. Your video adapter should be blank. Under your canvas resolution, it should be the native resolution of your screen. You can't change it, so don't worry about it. Under your output scaled resolution, change that to 1280 by 720. That's the standard resolution we're going to be using for our videos as of now. Under your downscale filter, change that to Lanczos, sharpen scaling 32 sample. And under common FPS value, make sure it's none of these, that is common, change it to 60. Cool. So this is how your video tab settings should look. Then go to your output tab. You're going to change your output mode to advanced. Now, don't worry about the streaming tab. Go over to recording. You're going to go down to record format and select MP4. Make sure audio track checkboxes 1 and 2 are selected. 3 and 4 are blank. For your encoder, you're going to use X264. Do not check box for rescale output. We've already done that in the video tab. You're going to go all the way down to bitrate. We're going to change this to 7500, 7500. And I want you to use a custom buffer size of 2500. Your keyframe interval should be 2. The checkbox for UCBR should be selected. And your CPU usage preset should be very fast. So this is exactly how your settings for output under the output tab should look. Once you've done both of these under output and video, go ahead and hit apply, and you're all set. Key thing, desktop audio, all the way down, mute it. We're not going to be using that. That's another reason that we downloaded the virtual audio cable as well as voice meter, is we're kind of rerouting our audio so that way we have multiple tracks. So once you've done all this, we got a few more things to do, and then we'll be ready to record. So go ahead and minimize OBS. And then we need to create some shortcuts. So I want you to go to New, Shortcut, and I want you to type this in. This is in the description box below. Feel free to copy paste it or type it as you see it here. Hit Next, and just name, I would name this one Audio Setup. I have to name it Audio Setup 1 because I already have one. Finish. And then I need you to make one more shortcut, if I can find new. There you go. And type this. Again, this is in the text box below. Feel free to copy and paste or type as you see here. Hit Next. Name this Audio Mixer. Again, I have to name it Audio Mixer 1 because I already have one. Name it whatever you want. So here's what they do. Audio Mixer will bring you to the different things that are on your devices and their levels. And Audio Setup will bring you to your default audio device list. Cool. So the reason you made these is because this is crucial. When you start Minecraft, you have to open Audio Setup, and you have to change your default device to voice meter input. This is because when you start Minecraft, this will make Minecraft volume go through the voice meter input. Unfortunately, with Windows, you cannot assign default audio devices to a program. They have to start based on what the default is on your sound settings. So once you've done this, then you can open Minecraft. Minecraft will launch. Play. Of course, you know how to play Minecraft, I hope. I mean, we're getting ready to do Let's Plays on it. If you don't know how to play, you know what, forget it. Dumb joke. Anyway, so now that we're in Minecraft, just to kind of show you what's happening here. So in Voice Meter, you notice that we used on sound Voice Meter input as our default device, right? Okay, so that channel is right here. Now, whenever I click something in Minecraft, you'll notice that the meter in that channel goes up and down right here. That's because that's where we routed the audio to. So now if I were you, I would after this change your default back to speakers or whatever your default system is for your headphones or speakers, because you won't have volume control over them without it. Unless you have individualized volume control on your headphones, I would do this. Just make sure before you start Minecraft and Let's Play that you change your default audio device over to Voice Meter input before you open Minecraft. So now that's there. And to give you references to where Discord's coming from, shorten this up. If you go to settings like notifications, you can give test notification sounds. You'll see that the meter for Voice Meter goes up and down over here. So we have two totally separate channels of audio that are not crossed over that we can individually record. Even though we're not recording Discord, it's good to have it separated. There might be instances where we need to record it. Cool. So that is everything. That's all done. If you go through and start recording and notice you have frame rate issues, or something didn't make sense, or there's some settings you don't understand, or you want to know more the why we are using the settings we're using, or why we have the setup we have, feel free to message me. I'll be glad to answer whatever I can. Also, feel free to message Chris. Anything that either of us can't answer, someone will be able to. I'm also going to create a checklist for each Let's Play that I want you to look at, like saying, did you set your default audio to Voice Meter input before you started? This, that, and the other, so that way we won't miss a step, because if we do, then it's, we've lost your audio for that Let's Play, or we've, have crossover in audio, and that's something we don't want. That's something we want to distinguish ourselves from other people that do Let's Plays with multiple people in multiple locations. Cool. Again, I'm Clay Masick, Hype Train Productions, part of the Minecraft PC team, the business and news team. Feel free to add me on Facebook, especially if you need to message me or have any questions. I'll also put my email link up here, and I haven't thought of a name for it yet, but feel free to email me on this in the screen right in front of you. Yeah, and that's it. Let's play.